Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 21st of October. With Robert Murray McShane, the two sections we read are Psalms 111 and 112 and Daniel chapter 6. And there's a link between them. In Daniel chapter 6, we have the well-known Sunday school story of Daniel in the lion's den. Here, Daniel is being promoted and is about to be put in charge of the whole kingdom under Darius. And because the Bible is such a human book, the other human actors in the story, the administrators and satraps, are not happy with Daniel's promotion. They are jealous, no doubt, and they want to prevent it. And we're told in verse 9, at this, the administrators and the satraps tried to find grounds for charges against Daniel in his conduct of government affairs, but they were unable to do so. They could find no corruption in him because he was trustworthy and neither corrupt nor negligent. Finally, they said, we will never find any basis for charges against this man, Daniel, unless it has something to do with the law of his God. And so they concocted a scheme whereby everybody should pray to the king. Daniel didn't, was thrown in the lion's den and was saved. But just Daniel's character, that he did everything well, and they searched and they looked and they could find nothing that they could pin on him. And for me, that was a real challenge. We need to live lives in such a way, and we need to live public lives in such a way that people can look at us, they can interrogate our lives closely, they can look for problems, and it'll turn up nothing. Unfortunately, there's so many people that are compromised and will not quite entirely honest in their administration, and they are a little bit negligent, and we don't really worry about it. And we've got to say, as Christians, if that was Daniel's standard, we ought to have at least the same standard in how we live our lives and do our work. And then in the Psalm 112, it's a psalm looking at those who are blessed. Blessed are those who fear the Lord and whose great delight is in God's commands. And in verse 6 it says, surely the righteous will never be shaken. They will be remembered forever. And if we do right, we have a solid ground for our lives, that people can look at us, can try and find fault, but we know we're solid. We are standing with God. We're living by his word, and therefore we are secure. Now, that doesn't mean that nothing will ever go wrong with us. I mean, clearly in Daniel's case, he got thrown into the lion's den. So there might be some pushback from people. But as long as we are standing in alignment with God's standards, we are secure in him. And whatever the world throws at us, we can weather. And we can say, we are standing with God, and therefore we will not be shaken. So stand on God's word, walk in his ways, ask and pray that God will shape your life according to his word, that we will more and more reflect the standards that God has, and our lives will be like Daniel's. And as we do that, we will make a difference in our world. And as more Christians do that, our world will be shaped as well. So pray for yourself and for other Christians. Be blessed.